I saw a video the other day. I think it was Justine's camera roll, and she was talking about being a small creator. And I thought to myself, okay, if you're a small creator, then what am I? Because I just have like 5,600 subscribers right now, which in the grand scheme of YouTube things, it's really small. And I think when you're in this stage, it can feel like nothing is really happening yet. Like you're showing up and you're posting, trying to stay consistent, but you're still waiting for it to mean something. And I've been thinking about this a lot, especially as a woman over 40. I'm almost 50 at this point because I think there's already this narrative that we're late, like we missed a window, and everybody who makes it on YouTube is in their 20s, and now we're just kind of like behind. And I don't think it's true, but I also know that it can feel that way when you're in it. What's been interesting for me over the last few months is that my perspective on this has started to shift a little bit, and I'm going to share the numbers and all of that in a bit. But before I even get to that, I want to talk about what actually changed for me because it wasn't at all what I expected. So for context, I got monetized recently, like January 20th, and I did not know what to expect at all. I wasn't looking at YouTube like this big income stream yet. I felt like it was more like something I was building into slowly and kind of figuring out as I go. Now, I will say that in February, I challenged myself to post 5 days a week, every week. Not because I thought there was like a magic formula, but because I wanted to like build the muscle. I thought if I could just prove it to myself that I could do something that I felt was hard and just stay consistent with it, then I feel like it was worth it. And I'm gonna tell you, it wore me out. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm just really proud of that season because it showed me what I'm capable of and it showed me that I can do hard things. But what's interesting is that the growth didn't come from me posting more. It came from just a few little videos that picked up and they continued to get pushed. And that was a shift for me because I think we're told that consistency is the thing, that if you just keep posting, eventually it'll just click. And yes, consistency matters, but I think realizing that it's not just consistency, it's like posting things that are searchable. It's making content that people are already looking for, or that content that YouTube will understand who to put it in front of. So for me, that looked like my posing videos, which did really well, my laser liposuction and tummy tuck updates. All those topics were things that I knew would be searchable, not just today, but in the long run. Like that's just not a today topic. That's something that people will be searching a year from now, 5 years from now. So those will keep getting views year over year. And that was kind of like my strategy in those videos. It wasn't just like posting just for the sake of posting. And then shorts actually played a big role as well, which I ignored for a while. Like I completely forgot about shorts. And because I have a lot of content from Instagram, I was able to just post things that made sense for YouTube based on what I had already posted. So things that I could link back to my long form videos because it made sense. I won't say I completely forgot about it, but I just wasn't posting them as much as I should. I was just so focused on the long form content that I just wasn't really thinking about it. And then a few weeks ago, I just started posting shorts more, just doing it more consistently and being more intentional about what I posted, like I said before. I was trying to make sure the content was relatable to the long form content because then that way I don't know if this is possible, but like convert short form content people into long form content people by maybe posting a short posing video and then linking my long form posing video so that they would want to see more if they were interested in posing. I really didn't want people to come to my channel via shorts and then have a completely different experience to what they saw on shorts to what they see in long form. I really want it to be cohesive so that when they found me through shorts, they could watch a long form video and then it would just all make sense. And I think the next part of this is really important because I hear this assumption all the time that if you have any kind of following on Instagram or TikTok, then that's the reason your YouTube grows. Like you're just funneling people over. And for me, that's not the case at all. Like that's not what's happening because I rarely promote my YouTube on Instagram. And most of the people there probably don't even know that I have a YouTube channel or that I even post regularly. And when I look at my analytics, which I'll show you, I'll go into it and I'll show you from YouTube, you can see that most of my video views come from the browse feature. So there are people that have never seen me before, have no idea my channel existed before, and YouTube is just kind of pushing it out to them. And then they either like the thumbnail, it looks interesting, and then they click on my video and watch the video from there. Probably like 90 something percent, we'll go through it together, but I think like 90 something percent of people, 94% of people who watch my videos don't even subscribe. And that was really encouraging for me because it means you don't need a big audience somewhere else in order to grow here. You just need content that connects. You need content that YouTube can understand and put in place in front of the right people. And that's the part that kind of shifted something for me because I think it made YouTube feel more accessible. Even when you're starting from zero, even when you feel late or when you feel like nobody's watching yet. I mean, I have videos that have still under 100 views, under 200 views, but that's just kind of the nature of it. And then I have a video that has 100,000 views on it. So it's just kind of like, you just have to go with the flow and not get discouraged by the low numbers and the low views because something will pop. And then the people who need what you're sharing can still find you because YouTube will know who to push it out to. So now let's look at my analytics. I'm gonna bring up my laptop and I'll put it on the screen so you can see what that looks like from here. Okay, so this is my analytics over the last 90 days. And I'm not sharing this because I think it's some huge number, but because I remember being at zero and not even knowing what to expect. Over the last 3 months, you can see I've made about $1,700. January was around $300. Now, mind you, January, I didn't get monetized until the 20th. So that's the 20th through the end of the month. And that was $300. February was about $500, just under $500. And then March jumped up to $800, which is crazy. And that's when it really clicked for me because I feel like that wasn't random. That was like the momentum building from the videos I had already posted. Because if you look to see where the money is actually coming from, it's a few specific videos. And they're the ones that answered questions for people that they were already looking for. So you can see that the one video that has, hold on, I'm gonna go to 90 days. The video that has the most views, 103,000 views, in that video, I've made $662 just from that video and gained 618 subscribers. So because that was a topic that people were looking for, it was about laser liposuction, about getting a tummy tuck. I'm 49, I'll put that in the description. I think I may have said that in the first 3 seconds of the video, like I'm 49, I had a tummy tuck, and people were looking for that. So when I look at my videos, you can see that 201,000 views in the last 90 days, 2.3 million impressions, and my click-through rate is 5.9%. So I did a little bit of digging on just kind of with Claude and kind of YouTube analytics to find out what's the usual, and the usual impressions is like between 2 and 5%, I believe. Click-through rate is between 2 and 5%. And then my average view duration is low, which sucks. I guess I'm not interesting enough. Interesting enough for people to subscribe, but maybe not watch full videos. I don't know, I gotta figure that out. But you can see that browse features, I said 90 something percent, that's not it. It was 69%, which is still good for a small channel. I'm not pushing it there at all. I think I have a link in my bio that has a link to one video, but I don't talk about it often there. I think because I really wanted to try and build my audience here first. But anyway, I think it was more about, I'm sure more of you are here for the actual revenue. And you can see my estimated revenue, $1,754 from the last 90 days. And that includes January 8th to January 19th, where I got no income at all because I didn't get monetized until January 20th. So I think that's pretty good. I'm really proud of myself. And when people say you need a big audience, I don't think that's actually true. Just looking at my analytics, because I don't have a big audience, but the content is reaching people that it needs to reach, reaching people that are either searching for this or that are interested in my content, which is giving me the views, giving me the ad dollars, giving me the subscribers to keep growing my channel. And I think that's where the definition of small gets a little confusing, because yes, I'm a small creator, but something about this is not small, because there's still a part of me that feels like this doesn't really count yet, like it's not big enough to really mean something. But I'm trying to catch that in real time because I don't want to wait until it's big to take it seriously, and I kind of think that's already happening. So I think a lot of us do that, and I think we tell ourselves that we're not enough yet, it's not big enough yet, not successful yet. Meanwhile, it's already working. Like, it just doesn't look like the way, you know, it looks for other people. So when you're in that stage where your channel feels small, or you feel like you're late, or like you're not really going anywhere yet, I want you to see this as proof. Not that your journey is going to look exactly like mine, but that it's possible before it looks super impressive. And I'm still early in this, like I'm still figuring this out, but this made me pause, because this is actually me building something that I don't have to wait until it's big to believe in it. And that's what I want for you. It doesn't have to be big to believe in it. It doesn't have to even make money right now to believe in it. You just have to believe that what you're sharing is important. Even my videos that got like 100 views, I was proud of making those videos. I was proud of the story that I tell. I like to yap, clearly, and I like to kind of tell stories about my life. So whether it's, you know, me leaving Jehovah's Witnesses, whether it's me talking about being a hula dancer that lived in Hawaii, like just random things. I just like talking about those because they're part of my life and sharing those. And maybe they're not going to get a whole lot of views because they're not necessarily searchable. But I enjoy telling those stories, and I'm going to keep telling those stories, and also keep sharing helpful things like posing and my laser liposuction updates, and videos like this to help some other small creators see themselves in my journey. And that is it. I will see you next time. I hope this was helpful. I will link another video here somewhere that will be helpful to watch, or maybe that I think is interesting. And I hope you subscribe, because again, 94% of people that watch my channel are not subscribed. So if you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.